Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just decided to make a quick video to do a quick run through of some updates in the background that I thought I might share with you guys tonight. So first and foremost, as you can see, I've gained a 49-inch widescreen curve monitor. It's 144 hertz gaming monitor. The grade to grade is not too bad, like 4 milliseconds, so it's not bad. Pretty decent gaming screen, but it's nice for productivity. So far I'm loving this thing. I've since then also upgraded my PC. My previous setup was a AMD 3900X, and that was clocked at 4.4 gigahertz, and they are Radeon 7 Vega, so that second generation Vega. That was all water cooled with 16 gigabytes of I want to say G-Skill Royal, I want to say that is, and so that was nicely water cooled. That was a fun setup. Didn't game as much as I wanted to on it because I got into 3D printing and so that took up most of my time. So I decided to upgrade, give my wife that one now. So I decided to upgrade just the processor and graphics card. So now I'm running a 5900X, and that's clocked at 4.7 gigahertz. Really nice clocks. And then my graphics card is clocked to 2500 megahertz, and it's a RX 6800 XT. As you can see, all AMD setup. I really do like AMD. I'm a big AMD fanboy, I have to admit. Though I did run Intel stuff in the past. Don't care for NVIDIA graphics card. Honestly, if you go through my channel, you see that I never really care for anything NVIDIA. That's just my opinion. I like the raw FP performance. I don't care for like the gimmicks and all that G-Sync and all that crazy. I don't care for all of that. So I like just the raw performance of these hardware. So not to get into all fanboyism here, but I just want to show you the setup, and it's looking real good. Now, as far as my printers, just a little update. I went ahead and reprint some stuff. As you can see, I reprinted the XY joints. Reprinted this is for the Trident, and also reprinted the idlers up front here, so that way the belts are not rubbing. It's the newer idlers, so they're not in the center. One is down and one is up to represent the belt path. So no more rubbing of the belt and stuff like that. It's just to prevent the belt from rubbing on the idlers or sitting uneven on the idlers. So that's what I did. I've now removed the flex plate. As you can see, I now have glass with glue stick. Glass with glue stick work amazing. It's not the prettiest bed, but this is borosilicate glass with glue stick, and it works so freaking well, guys. Like, so well. Like, look at these prints that came off of this thing. This is sky blue ABS, and as you can see, that thing is beautiful. This Trident just prints amazing well. So right now I have it printing at 10K acceleration all around, and 5K acceleration on perimeters, with about 50 millimeters seconds on the perimeters, just to keep the perimeters clean. But everywhere else is 200 millimeters seconds. So the thing zits really quick, and then when it comes to the perimeter, the outer perimeter, it slows down just a little bit to keep that clean. And but the prints are fast. So as you can see, very clean prints off my Trident and my V1.8. To be specific, this was printed on my V1.8 over there, so that's that one I'm about to show you. The sky blue just came out. Look at that. And this is lead screw, and it came out really clean. As you can see, let me let me focus this camera. As you can see, really clean sides, see light shining on it, and it comes out really nicely. Same thing. And then I printed the black ABS. This is Sunlu ABS for who wants to know. So this is Sunlu ABS. I got off Amazon. Look how clean that came off my Trident. Super clean. So my stuff prints really nice. So for those of you are not aware, I do PIF, not officially, but I do some PIF. So for those who want me to print some parts for them, I can. I stopped selling stuff because I was trying to get these machines up and working. But now that I got these things dialed in and ready to print, guys want PIF part, let me know. But like I said, I'm only going to do as much as I can manage. I'm not going to take on a ton of order, just enough that I can manage. So I'm just throwing that out there. As you can see, these parts are beautiful coming off the Trident and the V1.8. But outside of that, I decided to go glass. It's just easier. The glue hold down the print with the borosilicate glass really well, and then when it cools down, literally I can just pick it up off the build plate. Really nice. Love it. So this is my setup from now on, and I will convert every single one of my printer back to glass and glue stick. It's just so much better in my opinion. You know, nothing wrong with the flex plate. The system was cool. But another thing with the flex plate, I couldn't stand the variable. Every time you print, the variation and the variance on the bed would change. It could just be the way I install the magnet sheet. Even though I tried my best to install it as clean as possible, and to me it looks clean, but it will just give a lot of variation with the magnetic sheet and the spring seal sheet and the PI. So I decided to go glass, and my variation is very consistent. Like, it's so repeatable, it's not even funny, especially when using in combination with the clicky probe and the automatic Z calibration. In combination with that, it's consistent. Like, I literally can hit the print and walk away and get the same, you know, there's a slight variation in offset sometime, but pretty much the same offset within like 0.5 millimeter difference. 0.02 millimeter difference. Like, that's literally it, but it's so consistent and I love it. So that's my new setup going forward. Of course, I installed Clipper screen on that Android tablet I got on sale on Amazon. So pretty much all my printers will be having Clipper screen with Android tablets. Really nice setup, easy to set up. I will do a tutorial on how to set that up. I think this is just the way to go for the future. It's just easy to set up and works just as good as the regular screens. What else have I? I've added a camera, ELP camera. I bought a bunch of ELP camera back in 2020, early 2020, when I just got into 3D printing. So I'm putting them to use. It's really nice to basically have a VPN. I use OpenVPN to log in on my network, and basically I can watch my print from work, which is really nice. And I can stop, pause, whatever I need to do. Those are the updates for now. Like I said, this thing is a beast. Prints so good right now, and but yeah, this is running good. Just another notate I want to notate. I don't want to make this video long. I realize if I make this bed hot, at 110 degrees, the bed runs great. Everything heats up nicely, does awesome. If I heat this up to 115 degrees, this chamber hits like 65, okay? It gets really warm up in here. And that's enough to cause, even though there's a ton of air being pushed by that 12-volt fan, a 12-volt hot end fan, it just gets warm enough to cause the ABS to soften and cause a jam. So now I found out what the jam is. But if I leave the bed at 110, which is perfect because it keeps the ABS from warping and everything. I even use 50% cooling fan on all my prints. And yeah, that works perfect. Seems like the perfect combination for me. The chamber gets about 62 degrees, keeps everything nice, and just like, again, just awesome prints coming off like I show. And so yeah, it's working perfect. So I don't want to rant on that, but like I said, Trident, if you guys are considering building a Trident, I'm all for a Trident over V2 any day. I'm using single start lead screws, so that could help with the resolution that you're seeing from my prints. But like I said, I'll pick a Trident any day over V2.4, but that's just my opinion. this is working great. Again, I just need to update the idlers again. Refix my belt because the belt is starting to wear at the back here a little bit. So I'm gonna have to kind of pull this down and put the belt, redo the belt once I reprint everything. But as far as printing ability, this thing prints amazing. I had to change the bed. I noticed in the last two, from the last two build, I had to change the bed from that 8mm thick 6061 aluminum I had with a 400-watt heater to a 750-watt silicon heater and a ATP5 aluminum plate, basically a jig plate from Midwest Steels, and that's been running great. I don't have to do anything. It's pretty much flat, and it's been awesome. And I learned my lesson to not heat this up so fast. Okay, so this is a tip. Do not heat up. I don't care if it's an ATP5, MI6, it doesn't matter what kind of bed it is. Do not heat this up at 100%. Okay, set the power level for the heating pad or the silicone heater to 60% and let it slowly warm up. If you warm this up super fast, and I know the technicalities of white warps, but it doesn't really matter. All metal warp. It's just that these metal, which are jig plate or ATP5 or MI6, whatever you want to call it, they warp less. They're heat treated, so they warp a little bit less, but it still does warp if you heat it up really fast. So I'm warning you, just heat it up slowly and then you'll be all right. Okay, so set it at 60% power, let it heat up itself slowly, and you'll have a consistent bed, consistent variance all the way through. This is also running a borosilicate glass with a sticker, but now that I know the glue stick work, whenever the sticker is worn out, I'm going to peel it off and run glue stick on that as well. But like I said, it's running great. Just I got a few little minor things to kink out and I should be okay. There's also a camera mounted there in the back. That's also another wide angle lens ELP camera mounted as well. As far as the V2, I haven't been using this sucker. It's gonna get re-updated. I printed a whole bunch of parts, as you guys can see. Yeah, I'm going umbilical. So printed out something for umbilical. So this will be an umbilical setup, all brand new, freshly printed part. So everything is going to be replaced. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the used parts. I might toss them, I might box them up and give it away to someone who maybe want the extra parts. So if anybody in the comments want all of this stuff, it will, I can box it up and ship it to you. If you guys want, use, it's not really used plastic because I really didn't print on it a lot. So I can give it to y'all, but if you don't want it, I'm just gonna toss it. Not a big deal to me. So this is definitely gonna get redone because I haven't been using it, and I'm gonna go ahead and just like the rest of my printer with glass, there will be glass added to this as well. So instead of using plexiglass, it will be glass panels, and I'm going to use the Annex Engineering clips, which is really awesome. I really love the Annex Engineering clips. They work really great. All I got to do is turn the key, it pops off, the glass comes off, put it back on, turn the key, holds it in place with some foam, with 3mm soft foam. So it works really good. So glass will be on this, and not only that, but like I said in my last couple of videos, using glass make this very heavy but also very sturdy and rigid. So I'm going with glass for this setup. I'm also going to use the mod where you use like 4 50-15 fans underneath the bed to blow air to kind of circulate the air on the inside. That should help warm up the enclosure a bit better and avoid that long wait time in terms of trying to keep trying to heat up this chamber. So this will definitely get rebuilt, reused, have stealth burner, clockwork too, all that fancy gizmo. So once that's built, I'll do another video on that, like a little update video so you guys can see the progress, or maybe do a little screenshot on it. And I want to introduce another build. Now I was gonna live stream this, but honestly guys, I'm still not used to the live stream stuff, which is why I haven't done it. I like the video format better. I will be live streaming my K3, my Onyx K3 engineering build. I ordered a kit from Fabrico with a space gray. I don't know the theme on that yet, but that's coming, and I will live stream that build since no one has done a live stream on the Onyx K3 builds. So that will be live streamed. But this is a TikTok build, and as you can see, I kind of have it prepared. So this will be in a video format, like a part 1, part 2, part 3. And I'll try to be, the videos are going to be a little long. So I'm apologizing in advance for those who don't like long videos. But these are going to be a little long. But basically, this is a small printer based on the V120. V0.1 bed size, and it's basically a rack rig V minion, but just using a V01 bed. It's a bit smaller than a rack rig V minion. So basically, it's what it's based on. So I'm gonna be doing that in a video format, so stay tuned for that, and I'll go into more detail. So this is going to be a nice little fun build to just print things on my desktop and don't have to print PLA in my big printers. So that's going to be a nice little build coming soon. And for this one, again, just updated my Iron Man with glass, Onyx engineering clips on the side, glass. Prints amazing. Like I said, I printed some of that sky blue ABS that I see having there off of it. Again, this thing has been a workhorse ever since I built it. Just haven't disappointed me. Yeah, the V1.8, man, it's just, I can't brag about it. It's just such a great printer. Same thing with the Trident, same thing with this bigger V1.8. They just do so freaking well. For lead screw printers, again, I don't know if my luck or just been experienced with this, but I have no wobble, no lead screw binding. It just prints amazing out the gate. So no complaint there. Same thing with my ZBot. I decided to call it Groot ZBot. You see that little cute Groot back in the background. So this is my Groot ZBot with a black and brown theme going on. This thing has been printing amazing as well. Like I said, really fast, 12K acceleration, 200 millimeters second, and PLA. I put a 12 volt 50/50 fan on it and overvolted to about 14 volts. It pushed a ton of air, so that allowed me to up the speed a bit. I remember in the last video I told you I couldn't up the speed. I was running at 10K, kind of slowing it down. Now I'm pushing 12K, 200 millimeters second without the PLA melting on me. So it's been awesome. Like, I love this. Like I said, guys, if you can build a big ZBot, I'll go ZBot route. I mean, I know I've done the Voron conversion with the X5SA. Honestly, the Voron conversion is for those who are like, if you're heavily focused on printing ABS and you just like the look of a Voron, the beefiness, you don't care about necessarily speed, you just want something sturdy and just works, I would say build a Voron, convert it to a Voron. You know, you won't be disappointed. However, this, if you don't mind the look of this, I mean, the look of this is look good too. Like, I'm not gonna shit on it. It is actually a nice looking printer too. But if you don't mind the way the top piece is mounted, I'm not really a fan of the top piece mounting. But if you don't mind that, then this is the way to go. This is an awesome printer. Or if you're just printing PLA and PETG like I do at really stupid speeds, then this is the way to go. This is definitely the way to go for X5SA. I can see why everybody convinced me to build this. It's just really nice. And yeah, like I said, Vez and the team, ZBot, this is definitely a good platform to go to. So this print great as well. This, I haven't been using this, honestly, guys, and only because I'm trying to create a newer buffer solution, and I'm also waiting on someone to make a proper stealth burner and CW2 toolhead, so I can update this to the new toolhead for the Voron, and then I can get back printing. And I'm also going to print out Carriage patch, the spool and buffer controller over here. So, you know, initially I did like the setup, but I don't want to deal with this. I'd rather have the professional stuff with a buffer control, because these things, these were ghettoly made, if that's a word, and it just didn't turn out right. It was too much snagging, too much tangling. So I'm gonna run some extra extrusion at top, mount some carrot patch, spool holder and buffer in one, and then that should help alleviate the issue back here with this 6-port ERFC. So this will be operational in a coming months. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, it's working fine, other than the buffer control issue, which I gotta solve. This was working great. I know I built it a year ago, a while back in last year on stream. Not, I think in a video format as well, and I haven't did a video on it, but it was working great. But I'm deciding to sell it because I already have 2 switch wire. I kind of went overboard, so I'm gonna end up selling this. Hence why I printed those parts that you saw in sky blue. I'm gonna replace this tool head with the direct drive tool head, and I'm selling it to a co-worker of mine. I think she's gonna be happy with this, so I'm gonna tune it, sell it, make sure it prints really well, and this is gonna go bye-bye. And then this is where the Annex K3 engineering printer will be going, right here. And that's gonna be, I know you guys gonna be shocked, but that's gonna be my last kind of printer for a while. I'll do some updates in the background, like again, like the Clipper video, Clipper how to, as I learn and as I grow in this stuff, I share the information. But that'll be my last kind of printer for a while, because I pretty much will have every variation of printer from that point on. So yeah, so my dream is coming true. I'm super excited to share this journey with y'all, but this is approaching 20 minutes, so I don't want to rant anymore. But that's the update I had to give. I went through my PC, went through my printers. Again, all of them have cameras on them now. This will have a camera on it. I have a spare camera to put on this as well. But everything is working good other than that. And like I said, I do offer PIF prints for other people. But I follow the PIF, okay? I do follow the rules of the PIF. So I'm not gonna do a full kit, like a full kit with skirt. You can print your skirt yourself, all right? That's too much work. But I'll do the core parts, the core PIF parts needed to get a printer operational, all right? Just letting you guys know, I'm not gonna do a full kit. Now, I can do a full kit, don't get me wrong, but it's gonna take a while, and I don't wanna do that. So I prefer you guys print the full kit. Because keep in mind, if you keep the colors decent, like, you know, depending on what color option, because I do give different color option, I will always tell you what the color is. So if you want to buy extra and print it off yourself, or use PTG or PLA to do the skirting part, which it doesn't matter because it's outside of the chamber, you should be okay with that. But like I said, I'm usually, when I print for someone, I stick with the PIF rules and stuff. I print the core parts for you, and then you know, you're welcome to print everything else yourself. So that's it, guys. That's an update. Stay tuned. Like I said, this look out for this. This is going to be a nice little printer. I'm going to run it since I cannot find any I can't find any Raspberry Pi, so I'm using a Raspberry Pi Zero, like the regular Zero, which kind of sucks because I really wanted to put input shaper on it, and you know these things can't run input shaper. It's a single core, it's just not strong enough for input shaping. So I'm gonna have to wait till I get a Raspberry Pi Zero 2 in order to really run input shaper. But for the initial build, I'm gonna be using this Raspberry Pi Zero. And I know this overkill, but this is I bought another Rapido hot end, which I'm gonna put on it, and I really like the Rapido on it on here. This thing performs so well. I really love the Rapido hot end, so I'm going with the Rapido on this. You know, so I'm gonna stick, like I said, Phaedos hot ends have never let me down, so I'm gonna stick with Phaedos. I know everyone is going to the E3 Revo, which I do like the E3 Revo, but it's, you know, I'm sticking to one ecosystem at the moment, and the Phaedos ecosystem works really well for me, so I'm gonna stick with that. But yeah, so look out for this build. It's gonna be a nice, sturdy, rigid, small little printer, very cute. I love it. And like I said, stay tuned. We'll go through this little build together, and I'll see you in the next side. So peace, guy. Stay through. Peace out, guys. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.